First. You're Carl.
I thought I was Anna.
Okay,
You can be Anna.
Okay, you're Anna, you're Carl.
Okay.
Someone told me I was Anna.
Yo, B-Mart, you should put your log away before we start.
What log? That one, right?
The one I can see.
Go.
Okay. Welcome back to the first Tua, where we explore the human stories behind historical divides. I'm Cohen.
And I'm Braden. Today's episode is a special one. We're taking back to the Cold War era Berlin, where a concrete wall didn't just divide a city, it divided families, friends, and an entire world.
That's right. With us today, there are two incredible guests. From East Berlin, we have Anna Fischer, a former teacher who lived under the GDR regime. Welcome, Anna.
Thank you. It's surreal to be talking about it after all these years.
And from West Berlin, we're joined by Carl Weber, who grew up just a few kilometers away from Anna, but in a completely different world. Thanks for joining us, Carl.
Glad to be here. It's important we keep these memories alive.
Let's start with some context. Anna, can you describe life in East Berlin before the wall went up in 1961?
It was tense. There was pressure to conform, to report neighbors, to show loyalty to the state. But the scariest thing was the silence. People didn't talk freely. Even before the wall, you felt the invisible one.
And Carl, what about you? What was life like in West Berlin?
It was freer, but uneasy. We knew East Berlins were fleeing every day, hundreds per day. Then one morning it stopped. The wall was there overnight.
Anna, where were you when the wall was built?
I was 22. I remember waking up to the sounds of trucks, soldiers, barbed wire. It was shocking. Families torn apart. My cousin lived in the West. We never saw each other again.
Carl, did you try to reach out to family or friends across the wall?
I did. Letters were censored. Phones were tapped. If you could even get through. I once stood at the wall and shouted to a friend on the other side. We could see each other but couldn't talk freely. It felt like being in a prison with glass walls.
Anna, tell us about everyday life in East Berlin. Was it difficult?
The surveillance, you never knew who was listening. We had food, healthcare, education, but no freedom. I was careful even with my own children. It changes how you trust people.
And Carl, did you ever feel guilty about what you had in West Berlin?
Guilty? Yes, especially when I saw the shortages they had. But I also felt lucky. We had democracy, travel, rock music. Still, we were always aware of the wall, physically and psychologically.
Anna, did you ever think about escaping?
Everyone did, but the risks, they were terrifying. People were shot. I know someone who tried tunneling. They disappeared. You learn to dream quietly or not at all.
Carl, did you ever help anyone escape?
I did once. A friend of a friend smuggled out in a car trunk. We were scared out of our minds, but she made it. Every successful escape felt like a small victory.
Fast forward to 1989, the wall falls. Anna, where were you?
Standing at Bornholmer Strasse, I couldn't believe it. We walked through the checkpoint with tears in our eyes. People were hugging strangers. I saw lights I hadn't seen in years. It was like waking up.
And Carl?
I was already at the wall. Thousands of people were there. I helped people climb over that night. Berlin was one city again, but we had decades to heal.
Anna, Carl, thank you. Your stories remind us how walls may rise, but they can never truly separate the human spirit.
If you're listening and want to learn more about the Berlin Wall, visit our website for resources and first-hand accounts.
And remember, history isn't about the past, it's about the people. Until next time.
Stay curious.
Oh yeah! Yeah! You see how much emotion I put into that?
That was a good try.
That was good.
Stuff, DP. Great job, CP. Wait a second.